Alright guys, it has been a minute. I am glad to see you guys again. As you guys know, I am Edward Kraatz II. All of you guys out there, we affectionately dub EEKNation. Thank you for joining in. We're just going to handle this little version of the YouTube channel as kind of like our live stream, but not live stream until we get live stream. So we're going to kind of handle it like that, maybe like a podcast. I don't really know. We just came back from a Comic-Con this past weekend. Really excited about that. Thank you guys. In Bossier City, you were amazing. It was such a pleasure. My wife and I had a pleasure meeting you guys, taking pictures with you guys. You cosplayers, hats off. I tip my hat to you. The costumes were amazing. You see everything from people being Captain America, being Star Wars. There's some really crazy, almost workable looking Iron Man cosplay. I love it when the kids get involved and then the parents get the little bitty babies in their cosplay costumes. I think that's some of Vanna Z's favorite stuff too. So hanging out all weekend, totally fun. And you guys that have been following us on our live streams, which currently the live streams can be found on EEKNation on Instagram and Facebook. If you guys want to check those out, I do go live once a month with my amazing, loving, very talented wife who has been dubbed Vanna Viking Z by our online family. So that's been pretty cool. So we're just kind of like tuning in right now, just kind of off the cuff. I want to know you guys' thoughts, opinions, feelings. Put them right down there in the comment selection. That's right down there below this video on what you think about the new movies that are going to be coming out this year in 2022. That's my sound effect. Kind of sounded like Spaceballs or something. No, I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm excited. If you guys don't know, you can see my little row of Batman up here. See these guys? I am a huge Batman fan. Yes, I've been blessed to work on comics like the Ninja Turtles, Predator, Transformer comics. I have signed on to do 2 books this year. We won't be talking about those during this video, but we are happy about that. But in the meantime, Batman actually comes out next week, and I just could not contain myself. Who's excited for the new Batman movie? What do you think? Share your comments down below. Is this going to be the best Batman movie that we get? I kind of think so, personally. I know a lot of people have some questions about who's been dubbed the Sparkle Prince, or I don't know, I've heard people say that, but I actually like the guy as an actor. I'm looking forward to this kind of year 2 gritty, raw Batman. He could be more along the lines of the Thomas Wayne Batman. Obviously, he's not going to be using guns, but just that raw brutality that you're dealing with, kind of this internal struggle, that battle to, like, be a good guy. But I love the line when he's saying, "I am vengeance." I feel that. When Robert Pattinson says that, I feel that. So I want to know what you guys are thinking there, because you're talking about dealing with Colin Farrell as the Penguin. You've got Catwoman. You've got the Riddler. You've got Commissioner Gordon. I mean, all of these great elements to the characters. Do we know what's going on? Are they going to introduce Harvey Dent? Have you guys done your research on this movie? For me, I think they're really going to push the envelope on this Batman movie, probably making it as dark and as gritty as they can and keeping it PG-13 is probably their real struggle. I mean, the fact that it's 3 hours long means that they're going to do some really deep storytelling. They're really going to delve into it, which has always been my problem for a lot of the movies, when you can almost feel like they edited things out. When you're like, what's going on here? What's happening? And Batman is such an iconic character that's been around like 80 years. So we know who Batman is, and we've seen it. And of course, how is this going to really fit in? What are they going to do with that with the sequels? There's so many question marks that I think are going to come up, but I actually think this is probably going to be the best Batman movie, production-wise, story-wise. I think the fighting is going to be really in your face and brutal. It's probably going to be the best Batman movie gross moneymaker that's been made. I don't count Batman v Superman because you had both of those guys on the screen, but that said, I mean, it could push it. It could very well push those numbers, which were very close to the $800 million mark. And so if it does that, do you guys think that would be a success? I mean, we're just hanging out. So tell me what you think. I mean, who else could we see that we don't know anything about? Are they going to show us some, Mr. Freeze or like, are they going to give us anybody else? Is there going to be mention of the Joker? I do know that they do mention LexCorp in this movie, so we're going to have basically them talking about LexCorp, which means there's a Metropolis, and it means that there is, a Big Blue, right, flying around, Superman. So, I mean, who's not going to want to see, Big Blue, right, flying around there? So for me, I love the actor choices that they have in this movie. I think they've done a really great job with the cast. All the still sets that you've seen, I think, are amazing. So I don't know. I mean, and of course, hopefully we'll open the door in the Flash movie potentially for some sort of Batman Beyond, and we could just really see the Bat family expand, that whole kind of Bat universe. Because really, he's got a lot of characters that have come from the Batman history, right? We don't quite see as many from Superman's, but we see a bunch of them from Batman. I mean, we got 4 or 5 different Robins, right? So it'll be interesting to kind of see who's going to be the Robin in this, if they even show him. Was it the kid in the trailer that he saves in the church? And then, the Riddler trying to mess with him and stuff, so kind of poking the bear. So I think this will be a really cool version. I'm really excited. I mean, I know that there are a lot of fans out there who actually kind of think that this was the best version of Batman. Remember Bat Nipples, the Val Kilmer version? I didn't think that his Batman was... Actually, I didn't have a problem with really any of the Batmans. Obviously, the more the movies went on, they just got a little bit more campier. But so many of you out there do feel that this one, the Michael Keaton version, is like, what we consider for the big screen, the classic, iconic Batman that we all have come to love. But what are your thoughts? Who's your favorite Batman? Again, I'm a Batman fan. I like Ben Affleck as Batman. I thought his Bruce Wayne was great. I think you have to be able to be both. You've got to be a good Bruce Wayne. When you're out, it has to be believable, but I think it has to be written in a believable way, don't you? They've got to capture this character. Bruce Wayne is not Clark Kent. I'm excited for it. It is coming out. From what I understand, it's supposed to be about 3 hours long. So for those guys like me, I hope they have a pause button where you can take your potty break or something like that. Go back and get some more popcorn. I don't know about you guys, but my popcorn is always gone before the trailers are done. And if I've got Vanna Z with me, oh man, can we demolish a bucket of popcorn? That's for sure. Those of you guys who have been joining us live and been hanging out with me these last 2 years, I love you guys. Thanks for joining in. You know how it goes. You know what's in this. This is a smoothie made by the awesome Vanna Z. That's right. We're going to drink it right here on... It's not even going to be edited. Hang on. Those sound effects were courtesy of EEKNation. We did some sound effect. Do I have a little, not in the screen right there? Has my, no, little smoothie mustache. Oh man. What are you thinking about Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness? What do you think about Flash? I mean, I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with that. And speaking of Batman, how they're going to kind of tie all these other Batmans in here together. There's some, I've heard a few of you say, oh, it's like too many Batmans, what's going on? But let's kind of fix the continuity a little bit. And I think that, you know, they can be brought in and utilized that way so that we can actually fix the DCEU for anybody that's out there listening, right? Let's fix that. Because, hey, that's my universe. That's where I come from. That's where I live. That's what it's all about. We're going to find out in a week after you watch it. If you come back, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, guys, hit the subscribe button so that we can do more of these videos. Of course, watch the video. Give me some thumbs up. Until the next time, guys, same bat time, same bat channel, same EEKNation.